Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, hello. Hi, Spottum. Oh, hi, Dr. Nikki. I see you there. I see a couple of people that are viewing. I just decided to go live today because I just wanted to address a couple of things. The title of this video is called "Bitch, Please Pay Me My Money." This live is dedicated to um G Gates because he has yet to pay me my money. But he likes to have my name in his mouth, or in his chat or on his lives, and he was wondering where I was. So here I am. I doubt that he watches me. So because if he did, then he would know a little bit more about me. So what I need G Gates to do is that every time he says Joe, I need him to say, Joe, I have your money. That's what I like for him to say. Okay. I like for him to, when he's cleaning the pool, he's saying that I am getting your money. I would like for him to say that it ain't about the money actually, it's just about the word. When you say something, you do it. And that's what I know is about the people in the sector. They'll say things, but they don't do what they say, or they don't say what they do. All right, so the other thing I wanted to address was a couple of a little bit of topics that were kind of like going around the sector for the last few days or weeks, and I got some information about how I've been quiet lately. That's because I've been minding my own business. Um, when people mind their own business, they're quiet. That's what I've been doing. I've been minding my own business. Now, there are people in the sector that don't know how to mind their own business, right? Because it seems like everybody is in everybody else's business, right? And so here is me minding my own business, doing me, right? Working, just being in the chats, watching chats, leaving some chats because I'm out here minding my own business, because they don't pay me enough to be in other people's business. But when you don't have nothing going on for yourself, you definitely will stay in other people's business. So I'm going to address a couple of things. Another thing I'm going to address is why people seem to bring up the fact that who I cape for, or who I ride for, or who I support. So let me just start by saying this. I support all women, right? I support Black women. Um, I somewhat support women that suffer from mental health. I support women that definitely probably needs my support, but there are women that don't need my support at all, like Slowy, for example. I don't I don't feel to support women that definitely don't support women, right? We're in a sector where there's men that sit around on panels bitching about women, sounding like bitches. And so because of that, I'm quiet. Why would I address men that are sitting around like bitches? But anyway, so I wanted to address particularly one woman by the name of Miss Dupree, and I wanted to answer her question about why she feels that she needs to tell the whole sector why I am caping for Nikki. Okay, so I don't call it caping. I call it minding my own business. That's some people just don't know how to do that. They don't know how to mind their own business. They're always in everybody else's business, or they're telling everyone else's business, right? Or they're telling different variations of people's business, or they're not going to the person whose business it belongs to and telling them that, hey, guess what? I know your business. So I typically do not get in people's business. All right. The other thing is I also believe that a lot of this stuff is just for show. I believe that a lot of people are just doing this for content. And since I don't care about content, my content is not geared towards um my content is not geared towards proving people wrong or right or showing receipts and all this other stuff. My content isn't based on that. Um yes, I can show receipts. I can pull up receipts. I can do all those kind of things, but for what? I'm not getting paid. I got a job. So, the other thing I would like to address, hold on, let me see if I can put my background up. Let me see. Maybe I have to put it as an overlay. Hold on. My little overlay. All right. So, I just wanted to point out that um, on YouTube, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups, the trolls and the people that roast them. And these are their stories. Now, there's a lot of trolls out here. There's a lot of people that's around here trolling and going along, hiding under different accounts and making up stuff and running with stuff and claiming that they, this and that, and they have a lot to say under those troll accounts, right? And then you got the people that roast them. And the reason why they hide under those troll accounts is because they don't like to be roasted. So I had to block a lot of the trolls because if you know who I am and I don't know who you are, then how can I roast you? So it's not equal. Okay. So I would like to say this. I am a chat personality. I like to be in the chats. I like to roast and have fun in the chats. And when that's not fun for me anymore, I leave those chats. And the reason why I left a couple of few people's chats and a lot of people don't see me sometimes is because you're there to be entertained by fake storylines um, or you're there to tear down people or whatever you're trying to do. And I'm not with all of that. Okay. I don't get paid for that. Now, when you're getting paid in other ways, you spend more of your time getting money that way. This doesn't get you money. Going in and talking about people and showing receipts, that doesn't give you money, right? Those who are monetized, yeah, you might get a little bit of YouTube money from that, but how far does that go? That's not enough money. So I just wanted to address those couple of things. I'm not a caper, okay, and I'm not a Captain Save Her, right? What I am is a person that stands on truth. And if I don't have nothing to say, I just don't have nothing to say. But when I have something to say, I will say it. All right. I don't need a woman going around telling people why I do this or why I'm doing that or why I say this or why I say that. Okay. I am one of those people that if you talk behind the scenes or you have a conversation behind the scenes and then you bring it on YouTube, I don't know what the truth is because you guys talk behind the scenes. So who knows what's going on there, right? It could it's it could be one side versus another side. That's not my job, right? Now, if you're entertained by all of that, that's fine. But if you're entertained by people just going around tearing down a person just because they've always had issues with that person from the gate and the person never knew you had issues with them, then what am I supposed to say? So I just would like to address Miss T Pre. Please, T Pre. I don't do like notes or anything like that. I just want you to understand that I am not your commentary, right? G Gates, I am not your commentary. Who else? Shakim, I'm not your commentary, right? Stop throwing me in the middle of you guys' nonsense, right? To back up what you're saying. When I want to say something, I'll just get up in here on the mic and I'll say something. Right? But that's not what I'm here for. I don't care who's right or who's wrong. Well, yeah, I do care about who's right. But at the end of the day, all I see is a bunch of people that's acting bitter, crazy, insane. And the other thing, all these people who are diagnosing people on the internet, please make sure that you don't have a diagnosis first before you sit around diagnosing anybody. Okay? Make sure that you're able to go see your own therapist and go talk to them and find out what you've been diagnosed with before you start diagnosing everybody in the sector. Okay? Because I'm hearing too many people talk about how crazy other people are. Right? Now, the thing about it is, I don't move the same way that other people move. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe my content isn't what your cup of tea. I don't know. I don't care. Right? I go live when I want to. I talk when I want to. I come on the panel when I want to. I'll leave a live when I want to. I will leave a chat when I want to. I'll block when I want to. Sometimes I just block just because it irritates the other person. Right? It doesn't irritate me. It just irritates the other person. Oh, I'm blocked though. Like, really? Okay. So, anyways, I'm just up here rambling on because that's what you guys do. Let me ramble, ramble, ramble. Oh my God, she's talking about me. Oh my God, why is she doing this to me? Let me show. You got experts on here. I just saw somebody break down um letters. Letters. Let's talk about letters. I've seen people sitting on the internet talking about, is this real? Is this real? Some people can't even read. I don't even know what the whole purpose of the people on here. I'm confused now. I really don't know. Like, I come in a chat room and I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about now. I'm confused. So I just decided to go back to work. Well, no, I've been working the whole time. But what I'm saying is that I do not understand what is the whole point of coming online and rambling, rambling, rambling on. Do you got to get it out? Is there something you got to say? Um, are you thinking? What? So, yeah, well, I'm just having fun. I can't take everything seriously. So I don't take anything too seriously. But what I do take seriously and what I do take issue with is that, wow, there's a lot of experts in this sector. Wow. You guys know a lot. You guys know how much money people got. You know about what's in their bank account. Oh man, you know how they live. Man, this is crazy. And how does that benefit you one way or another? How's that helping you? Do you sleep good at night? That's my question. You saw some shit. You heard some shit. And you heard somebody did some shit. All right. You spend about half the day in a chat room, online, on a panel, talking about it. Now, what do you do after that? Now that you got it off your chest, do we talk about it for the next 2-3 months? I don't understand. I don't understand how you guys move out here. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I'm trying to see why this even makes a difference. Right? It's just that every year, every month, you guys got to figure out somebody y'all got to go against. Oh, okay, this person's fake. Okay, we gonna talk about this person. I always had issues with this person. Really? We didn't even know you were talking to that person. Real, right? What? Y'all was talking. So the thing about it is that I really don't care, but I just thought I would come up here and say something because I keep hearing Joe and I don't hear money behind it. Are we getting paid for this? Please tell me, are we getting paid for this? Oh yeah, okay, I agree. It's difficult to come up with original content. It definitely is. I'm in the process of making a little bit of content right now. Been working on it for the last couple of weeks. Why? Guess what y'all been doing? Oh, does she got any money? How much money she borrow? Uh, 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 uh. What? Wow. And then you got a bird brain going live for 8 hours talking about nothing. Wait, hold up. Let me go pull up some old clips from like a year ago or 2 years ago what somebody said so we could just go through that. Who can sit through that chat? Maybe they don't know that people just come to their chats just to communicate and talk to each other. Sometimes I look at the chat and I see just people having a separate side conversation separate from what the person is talking about. So thank you for giving those people an opportunity to talk to each other instead of talking behind the scenes, because apparently talking behind the scenes has been becoming very detrimental. Can't trust anybody now. You talk to somebody behind the scenes, the whole thing might get recorded. So, you never know what's going to happen. So, but I just wish that people would just move on, because I think it's just stupid to me. Um, no slander. I don't watch her at all. See, the thing about it is that I don't watch Stargate because her voice is annoying. Like you know, it's like, you ever listen to like little kids talk for a very long periods of time? You can't. So no, I don't really listen to her, but I do know that people replay or talk about what she says, or you might see a clip here and there. And people like to send clips around all the time, right? Or she shows up on a panel that somebody that I kind of watch all the time, and then next thing you know, I see her ass up there. But honestly, just so you guys know, I actually do mute the speaker sometimes, depending on who's on there, and just play in the chat. I know it's weird, but a lot of people actually do that. They don't know, but I just let the secret out the bag. So yes, I'm half listening. Yeah, someone gave me a clip fallacy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Um, that, you know what, Spottum? There are people that really do send clips. Now, we already know that AES is one of them. She sends clips to everybody, right? But there are people that actually send clips. Now, for me to watch Stargate, right, I would have to be up during the hours of when I'm laying in the bed, sleep, right? So that's really, really hard for me. Hi DJ Drama. So that's really, really hard for me. That's hard for me to catch everyone's clip. But you'll be surprised. There are people that actually do clip some of the things. Some stuff is funny. Like I got a clip where Al was being roasted on like a channel I've never been to, and it was hilarious. So yeah, there are people that literally do send clips. It's just all about who you know. So yeah, I just really wish that we could move on and do some other type of content. But it's kind of hard. I'm gonna try. Hopefully, if I could finish this little well, it's not going to be a video. It's kind of going to be like a live but at the same time video at the same time. So hopefully I could finish that. I think it's going to be hilarious cuz I've been kind of focusing on. I said, "You know what? Should I do something on the sector again?" Hi LV. Should I do something on the sector but make it a little bit funny this time? And I say, "Yeah, I'm going to do that." And then every time you guys do something new, I have to add more to it. So I wish you guys would just slow down so I can kind of make my brain, put this creativity to work. So, anyway, so how's everybody doing today? I think I'm done venting. Wait, was I really venting or was I pretending to vent? Because it's hard to vent about people that you've never really met or don't know or you'll never meet in life. So, yeah. Or you'll just kind of keep it on here. So, let me drop the link if anybody wants to come up as a guest. But if you don't, I don't care. I don't care. I just decided to go live because it just like I was in Eyes' chat today and I'm just like, good Lord. Why do I hear my name? I haven't said anything. I haven't got, well, I did get on the panel once and told somebody where my money was. I um and then I did say some shit like about certain little tidbits of information. But other than that, you know, what are we talking about? I got receipts too. I even got some fake ass receipts. I might show them one day. So, anyways, Mikey, what you talking about? Some original content. What original content do you have? Because gaming ain't it. If I wanted to see gaming all day, I would go in the living room and watch it when my husband's playing video games on his PlayStation 5. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope I don't get an open letter. I hope I don't get a oh, I have a question. How come people like you know what I was thinking? I was wondering how come people like break in and Stargate get a free pass to do whatever the hell they want to do. But then like when a true sister, an unambiguous black sister does something, it's scrutinized in this sector. Oh, what else you do, Mikey? Smoke weed? You feel me? Um, I want to know why there's people under the age of why we're being compared, or especially me, why am I being compared to somebody that I know can't read the instructions to a box of brownies? Prove me wrong. Pay me, I'll pay you $100 if you can actually read the instructions to the box of brownies and execute it. Stargate, I would definitely pay you $100. That might help with your rent. But people like her, why are people calling people in the sector hoes, right? And talking about their king list and all this other bullshit when they got the same thing. But it's okay when they are out here hoeing versus when another female is or they accused of hoeing, because I have to say it's I don't think that person is hoeing, but they're being accused of it. Oh Lord. Mikey, is
Yes.
it's only 9:53 a.m. here. So
You can hear me?
what's yeah, I can hear you. So what's up?
No, you talk about original content. I got some original.
Okay,
I
what's
just
your
don't do
original content?
gaming.
Okay, so what you do?
I just don't do gaming.
Oh, okay, so what's your other content, Mikey? And you forgot to say
Talk
yes,
about
yes, yes, sir.
yes, sir. Every
Yeah, I can hear you. So what's your
Wednesday.
every Wednesday? What you
Every
do?
Wednesday. I go to church. I let the people see what I do. You know,
Oh,
I
you
let the
go to
people see
church on
what I do.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you Catholic?
I let them see what I do.
Are
No,
you
I
Catholic?
give,
Oh.
I serve food to the people.
Oh, okay. You're not doing it because you're on probation, are you?
Nah,
Oh, okay. I
it's
just
just
had to
I'm
check
doing
because
it in the kindness of my, you know.
you're doing it the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You'd be surprised what you do. You'd be surprised
Oh.
what some people do, right? Right?
Oh, so you doing some stuff out the kindness of your heart, sir.
Yeah, I like to see people eat,
Mm.
so I do
You ain't
that.
over there. You ain't over there getting you a free plate too, are you?
Getting paid for it. I know that.
Oh. You getting high right now, aren't you?
Nah, yeah, I'm in my zone.
You in your
I'm in my
zone.
zone.
Oh, okay. You getting high.
Yeah, but I do cooking too.
Oh.
Yeah, I do
Oh,
what?
you cook too?
Yeah, I do food reviews.
Oh, you do food
You
reviews.
know what I
Oh
mean?
man. Oh. I thought about doing
Do
struggle
all
plate
that.
reviews.
I got struggle
Oh look,
plates.
oh look, I got a troll.
I got struggle plates too, but they don't look struggle. It's already eaten. That's why it looks struggle. How good it
Oh,
is.
yeah, I was gonna do struggle plate reviews, but I don't think the sector would be interested in struggle plate reviews. So I'm gonna have to put it on another channel.
See, Papa, you learn something. Papa, you know more better than me. Hey,
So
that's
Mikey,
kudos.
how do you
But
feel about what's going on in the sector right now? You don't care, huh?
opinion, I'm gonna give you my true opinion.
No, I'm just asking. You don't care, huh?
I do care to a certain degree, but
You
then I,
care to a certain degree.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I do. I
I could
think
do
it's
the
some.
same thing too. I could do the same
Oh,
thing too, but it's like where's so there's options on the table. Okay, I could put this out about the sector, or
oh.
I could stick to what I do and what I know.
No, I think it's some BS, but I'll give you my take of what happened, right? So, this is what happened, right? So, a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes. People collaborate. They make, they think about making content or together, or they're thinking about, doing shows or supporting other people in their content, right? And so, what I think typically happens is that at some
Mm-hmm.
point, people make allies with people who have ulterior motives or feel some kind of way because they don't like that other people are collabing with certain people. That's what I believe, right? So once that happens, right, um,
Mm-hmm.
they go around, okay, let me poison the well. Like if you're over here with this person, let me poison the well, let me do this, let me do that. It's like chaos and confusion, right? So somehow something breaks down behind the scenes, and so the person comes back on the internet and feels like, oh man, I don't like how they did me, or I don't like how, what's going on. Or they're like, man, child, let me tell you what happened. Such and such told me this when they, whatever, right? So that typically happens,
So
right?
basically, so basically, so basically,
I can't hear you went out, Mikey.
right?
So basically it's like a control.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
To gossip.
Yeah, basically it's like a control thing. It's like gossiping. Let me spin a story. See, this is what it reminds me of, right? Let's say me and you are neighbors, right? And so, you used to come over my house for dinner and hang out with my family or whatever, and we got to know each other. And then, right, we fell out. So we no longer We're no longer cool, right? But we live in the same neighborhood. So then I go around the neighborhood and try to get everybody not to fuck with you in the neighborhood, right? So what I do is
Okay,
I'll right.
me personally, if I find out, I'll come up to your house and knock on your door. Hey, say what's good. What's the problem? You feel me?
But
Talk
see,
talk to me.
Mikey, see, I'm not like that. So see, if we live in the same neighborhood and I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you. Would everybody in the neighborhood really know why? No. I'll just be like, yeah, um, we good on that. I might be polite when I see you, right? But I'm not going to like, turn the whole neighborhood against you. Now, if you stole from me or whatever, the neighborhood might know,
Oh,
right?
let me give you another example. I understand what
Okay,
you're saying.
right,
So same category, right?
right,
Allegedly,
uh-huh,
right? This is my boy. He said, Mike, come stay in. I said, all right, cool, no problem,
uh-huh,
right? Come to find out, he did a whole 360 on me.
right.
Try. I ain't gonna say what it is, but try to
He did
say
he
whatever,
did
right?
you he did you dirty, and then so you keep it to yourself,
Yeah,
right? And then he goes out, and since you ain't fucking with him no more, he goes around and starts putting out bullshit to the neighborhood, right? Now instead of him just leaving that shit
yeah,
at
that's
the
what he did.
house, instead of him leaving that shit at the motherfucking house, right? And saying like, look, you know what I'm saying? We good on that. We good on that. If I see you out on the street, I'll say what's up and keep it pushing. That's not what they do around here. What they do around here is they try to gather information and rally, motherfuckers against you so that whenever you go into
Nah, but
certain
look,
spaces,
but
people
look,
are
but look,
coming for
but
you.
look,
Right.
but look, but this what happened. Whatever. Say I did this, whatever. I said, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, it was false, right?
Right.
So I had this is gonna be the second time I'm gonna bust your ass.
You ain't busting
You
nobody's
feel
ass because
me?
first of all, you ain't trying to go to
I
jail.
swear to
So
God. Look, I swear to God. Look. I swear. But you think I'm lying? Okay, you wanna believe that, but this is what happened. Boom.
this
Second
is
time,
stairwell,
I
Mikey.
said, look, it's gonna
Mikey,
be
you ain't
the
listen,
second time.
Mikey.
I'm
First of
gonna bust
all,
your ass. Look, but
Mikey.
look, this is the truth. I left him off with
Uh-huh.
this. It's my best friend. Okay, this is my best friend. The man I live with, and that fed me. I
Mikey.
fed him. You feel me? We
Mikey.
ride together, type shit. You feel me?
Mikey. Mikey. Do you know what an
All right,
analogy
go
is?
ahead, talk to me.
Do you know what an analogy is, Mikey?
Yes, something
All right.
that you try to present, whatever was the case may
Right.
be.
So this is an analogy. I didn't tell you to bring in your best friend, your personal story. All I'm saying is that
I know what you mean.
in
I
this
know what you mean.
sector,
So
this is in this sector, we like the neighborhood, right? We like there's like 3 blocks on this motherfucker. 3 blocks, maybe 4, right? You got troll gang, that's a block, right? You got the women, that's a block. You got AS and all and a hoe over there, that's a block. You got well,
hello.
AS, she infiltrating all the blocks. So AS don't have a block. She just comes from
Hold on.
block to block to block.
Hold up.
But
Ah, shit. Fucking.
Mikey, I'm not holding up to nothing. Let me go ahead and let
Hello?
me go ahead. Yeah, Mikey, I hear you. All right. So, anyways, Mikey had to go. But as so what I'm saying is that the sector got a bunch of little blocks, little hoods and shit like that, right? And so what it looks like to me is that the sector, right? You got people in the streets going back and forth behind closed doors. And so what they trying to do is they trying to put all their business out on the streets, right? But they trying to spin their business like it's theirs, like, yeah, I I went over here and I did this and I did that, right? Knowing that some people ain't gonna put all their business out on the street. Man, identity. You said an attempt at a 9 a.m. rational conversation with Mikey. I'm still making sense of it all. Smile said Mikey got kicked off. Um, he's behind the scenes chilling right now. He waiting. Nah, but let me just be on a real tip. I'm playing around. I'm talking in the windows and stuff like this. But be honest with you, I really don't like this whole situation that's going on with Nikki. To be honest with you, okay. First of all, in my opinion, and this is my opinion on. First of all, niggas in the sector put Nikki on the pedestal, so that's number one, right? And nobody came in this sector saying they were perfect or anything like that, right? Not even me. you know I think I came in the sector. I think I said I worked at Subway or some shit like that. But nobody comes in this environment without getting some type of heat or getting roasted or anything like that. I've been roasted, right? So it's all good, right? But the problem that I have with the sector is that you have females, right? When I decided to make a channel, and I think I expressed this earlier on, that I felt like we should have a balance because we had a lot of men in the sector that would have women come on the panel, and it was like a wet t-shirt contest. It was like, you guys kind of controlled how we move or communicated. If we didn't want to talk to somebody, you would have them come on the panel and it would be a back and forth. So we decided that we were going to, kind of balance out the sector, you saw, and make content. See how that works. But see, that can't happen because still people want to have a wet t-shirt contest. Now you got somebody in the sector, and I'll say her name. You got Stargate in the sector saying all the women are against her. Ain't no women are against her. You just don't, you can't fuck with somebody that keeps regurgitating the same shit over and over and over again. So you just stop fucking with them. So when you decide to not fuck with the person, the people that they go, the shows that they go to, they say, you know what? We gonna have this person on the panel, knowing that the person knows that we don't fuck with them anymore. We chosen not to fuck with them. We don't want to be on the panel with them. So then it starts some BS, right? So my thing is this. Okay, my thing is this. So if you know that the woman doesn't want to fuck with a certain person or individual on in the sector anymore, and they set boundaries, now oh the name calling and all this other bullshit, right? Now the reason why I don't say shit is because I know there's a lot of lies being spun around here, right? A lot of storylines, a lot of fake ass shit going on, right? A lot of made up shit. So I don't deal with made up shit, because if I have to get on the panel and say something, it's gonna have to be the truth, because that's just what I live in, my truth. I don't want to hear about any goddamn receipts and all that bullshit, money, whatever. All I want to know is, was y'all cool behind the scenes? Yeah. Why y'all fall out? Because okay, so you didn't like the way somebody said something to you, so now you on it. Now you in the sector talking shit, so that you can get people to either go against that person, or to have the people say, yeah, see, I always thought that about that person or whatever, right? So that's number two. So I don't get involved in all that because I don't get paid to do all that. And I have never been that way. So the other thing I wanted to address is the whole, elephant in the room, the whole T Pre situation, right? So I'll just say this. T Pre was out here windmilling for breaking this whole time, right? She was out here windmilling for breaking. She wanted to be friends with breaking. She wanted everybody to be friends with somebody that we wasn't cool with in the first place because, as you can see, breaking is a disaster, right? She doesn't add nothing. She doesn't bring nothing, and that's just what it is. And breaking did exactly what we knew she was gonna do, and that's what she did. And T Pre was out here windmilling for her or whatever, whatever. So to save face, right? To save face, it's like now Nikki's the bad guy. Now, I'm gonna honestly tell you guys the truth, right? Um, Nikki and T Pre didn't fall out until T Pre tried to expose until Breakin said what she said. There was no fallout before that, right? So that's that. That ends that story right there. There's no more to it, no less. Wherever it was said, oh, what happened before, what that didn't happen, right? But there's no reason for me to get on a panel and go back and forth and say this happened, this didn't happen, this happened, because I really don't care. And two, because it's just all bullshit. It's just people just wanting to, people to take sides and talk shit about other people, right? Now, when a person decides that they had enough, right? They say, you know what? This is out of hand. This is just too insane. You got too many people coming at me and this and that, right? So the person goes and they say this. They say, listen, I want you guys to stop, right? Now it's this big ass thing, right? Oh, what happened before? This and this and that. It's like, what? Can you read? So my thing is this. You got niggas out here sitting on panels acting like bitches, gossiping about women between the ages of 45 and 50. In their 50s. Grown ass men sitting up here with a guy that's old enough to be my son. Now he don't sound like he's old enough to be my son because I have a young sounding voice, but he's old enough to be my son. That shit is insane to me. That's just my real true feeling. That's insane to listen to some grown ass adult men showing talking about how their bitterness towards a woman that they never really even socialized with before is insane. I've never heard men talk like that before, and I've been around men my whole life. So instead, they should be pulling that young brother to the side and saying, "This ain't it." Anybody have any questions about that? Because you can ask me anything. Because people say I was quiet, that I don't have an opinion. I'm caping. To be honest with you, I don't care. But I mean, is it all the negativity uh, uh, uh a distraction or irritating to me? Of course, I don't want to. All day long I'm seeing receipts. All day long I'm seeing these like receipts or half-ass receipts, or I've even seen fake ass receipts, and I'm just like, god damn, really? you know if I was really that person, I would expose all that shit, but I don't care because this is another storyline that's gonna die. I just waiting to see what their next content gonna be, what they gonna talk about next. Nothing. I only seen two people or three people in the sector that were males that actually talked about something that was current event wise outside of what was happening in this sector. And I wasn't surprised because it's always the same three. So I mean, none of these people are getting paid to talk about this shit. They just like to. But see, what I noticed is that we must be halfway in the manosphere because I didn't know the Umar Johnson sector and the manosphere sector were so close and hand in hand because there is a lot of men on here that hate their moms. Cause that's crazy. So, well, anyways, if anybody want to come up and ask me any questions or 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 actually put scrutinize me or give me negative feedback so I can answer it, I'll be glad to answer that feedback. I would love for somebody to explain to come up here and say, how come you saying this or how come you saying that? So I could say, cause I can. Cause I want to. Yeah, I know D Darrell's in the manosphere heavily, so there is an overlap. Yeah, but these dudes act like they part of the manosphere. Shit. I'm starting to wonder if these dudes is actually getting pussy. Hi Nikki. How's it going?
It's going. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions since you are open to questions and whatnot.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can ask me some questions. Look,
um,
you can ask me some questions side eye. No, I'm just kidding. No, remember, I am your lap dog. Hold on, let me. No, I'm just kidding. They don't even
that's really funny. That's really funny
they
because
don't
one of the
even know. No, I'm
no,
just
they
saying
don't.
they don't even know I'm the asshole.
Thank you. Yeah, so that was one of the things that I was going to ask or bring to because you said this before, and this is no big secret. Of how interesting it is that people hold me accountable for things that actually have come from you and some of your ideas that because I was friends with the other person, I actually shared them. But, of course, with your knowledge, or you would say, hey, you might want to let such and such know that, this bitch ain't shit or what have you. And then I pass it along. And then I'm the one who, you know, I'm the terrible person. I'm the one who is emotionally and mentally crazy and all this other type of shit. And I'm still waiting on people to return my money. So, since my money doesn't spend well in this sector, I mean, I'm still waiting on people to refund it. But anyway, I didn't come up here to talk about that. But also the fact that I have shared with you how people like Shakim, you know, mad at me because I brought drama up on our show. So he's jealous of drama. Mad because I go on D Darrell's show. So he's jealous of D Darrell. And just about every other gentleman in the sector where we have gone and given support to. And the fact that T Pre actually did call you to try to turn you against me, knowing that you and I are friends. So you were the one who told me that I need to watch that bitch. So it's funny of how all this stuff comes around to me, but yeah, they won't say your motherfucking name. And how Kip and Gates owe you money. So people talk about me moving money around the sector, but I don't owe anybody a goddamn thing.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
people owe you.
Well,
So, T Pre, why don't you get on your show and talk about how you tried to not only stab me in the back by talking to Breaking, but by trying to talk to Joe? And Shakim, why don't you get on the show and talk about all the times you try to tell me that I shouldn't have Joe on my show, and you want to know why she is my partner and not other people in the sector? And I like other people in the sector who have asked me to do podcasts with them to tell their side of the story or why they jealous that Joe and I are partners and this is what we do and why I'm not doing it with other people since I'm such a ain't shit bitch.
well, see, you would have to be like Verla and record those conversations. So I plead the fifth. So,
Right,
so
another stupid ain't shit bitch. Like Verla is stupid as fuck and I said it.
well, see, here's the thing, Nikki.
She's
So
stupid as fuck like the other stupid ass people that she's dealing with. And
So,
then Tiff P running her goddamn mouth. My thing is, bitch, why don't you pass a bar in your state other than the bars at the restaurant?
see, there go that
Focus
feistiness.
on that.
So
Because
here's
when I look for an attorney in Texas, I didn't see your name on the list. So pass the bar in Texas. Then tell me about my raggedy shit. Because you've been a non-factor for me since day one, boo.
okay. So Nikki just put me on blast. So I'm gonna just say this.
I did put her on blast, but you knew I was gonna do it before I came up. So you know what I'm
No,
saying,
no, no,
I
no,
don't throw people up
no,
under the
no,
bus.
no. You put me on blast. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. So here's the thing. So Joe and Nikki, not sure if y'all addressed this full, but can you explain the reason for sending Nikki's husband his birthday? Okay, so I'm gonna address that in a second. So
Don't address
LB,
that because it was his birthday and that's
no,
nobody's
no,
business.
no. I'm gonna address something else first, and then I'll address that in a second. Let me address what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? You listen. You can't tell
I am
me.
not going to manipulate you
You
on your
cannot. You
show.
cannot tell me what the fuck to say. Okay,
I
so
can't tell you what the fuck to say.
okay, so here's the thing. Yes, I am the asshole in all of this, right? I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm be honest with y'all. Like, my voice, I am nice as fuck. She trying to put me on blast. I really don't give a fuck. I'm serious, like straight up. If I was to talk the way I really talk, you guys would be probably wouldn't even probably think you were talking to a different person. So LV,
They don't get that, Joe.
LV, here is real talk. Okay, here's real talk. Okay, I'm trying to tell you guys. See, I felt like Nikki be trying to, and when I first met Nikki, she tried to sun me, right?
Oh,
That's how I
lies and
felt.
deception. You got
I
my
felt
rent
like,
taken.
I felt like she tried to sun me, right? So when she tried to sun me, every time she would go on a panel or whatever, I tried to sun her back. So anyway, so we got cool and everything. Now her husband's birthday is 2 days before mine, right? It ain't like me and Nikki ain't been doing it, going back and forth, sending cash out just for the hell of it to talk shit. That's just what we do. So it was her husband's birthday, and she was like, "Yeah, it's my husband's birthday, blah blah blah." And he don't think there's real people on here. And I was like, "Really?" I said, "Well, let me go ahead and send him a cash out." And she's like, "Oh yeah, you can do that." And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna send him $100, right?" Now, mind you, but on my birthday, Nikki sent me something, whatever, whatever. So we've been going back and forth because we equally yoked like that. I mean, according to the sector, I'm the richest person in the sector. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that, because, them that job, was stripping and, under my stripper name named Candy, got me paid. So, anyways, so when she did that, right, I sent it to him and he didn't, because I've talked to him before. Like, people don't think he a real person, but I don't know. I'm married, she's married. That's just how it works. Married people, we just talk, right? So when I sent it, he didn't even know it came from me. Then when he found out he came from me, he said, "Dang, there is real people." Because I just thought that, Nikki just be online socializing with people and they don't really, they just, she support people that they don't support her. So that's what happened. Now, I don't know. I didn't know about Shakim or T Pre until they told me, like, yeah, way later, like, yeah, she said this. And I said, well, that's not how I took it. I don't know what y'all talking about. But anyways, but it was just like kind of like a back and forth. We do it all the time. I didn't think it was a big deal because if I was a broke bitch, then I probably would be like, nah, Nikki, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been sunning people in the sector. I'll give a motherfucker $2 and tell them to get 2 pieces and a biscuit. That's just kind of the way I am. Like, I mean, yes, when I come on the panel, I'm so boring and I just sound, so, but actually, I am who I am. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I could code switch like a motherfucker. So,
Which is why I thought the Dallas jersey came from TJ Maxx.
Exactly. I did that shit on purpose because
Or was it irregular?
Nikki be talking shit and she a fucking
Scribble
Dallas
on the bag.
Cowboy. She a fucking Dallas Cowboy fan and she was talking shit. And I live out here. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send this bitch some Dallas Cowboy shit. Now, the thing about it is I wouldn't buy Dallas Cowboy nothing for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but don't
Especially,
forget to say that T Pre wanted one too.
yeah, especially not for a broke bitch.
Wait,
So
don't
that's
gloss over that yes. Say a slow yes.
I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan too.
well, the thing about it is, I don't, you ain't gonna get me to say what the fuck you want me to say. So I'm gonna just tell you
Yeah,
that right
listen,
now.
don't let me manipulate you. And please, y'all, make sure y'all chop and screw this video.
Man, listen, let
Because
me tell you.
Josephine and I really do hate each other.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is this. He's like, who wants to be a Cowboys fan?
Everybody who ain't.
Man, listen. All I know is when the Cowboys lost out here, that was a sad day. It was a lot of tears flowing, but you know
Right. And,
what?
and and the people in Chicago never get excited because they don't even think the Bears gonna win. So again, going by that stadium is just a formality.
See, that's why I had to tell you that because we've been sitting on the bench for a minute, now we can give you pro tips on what that feels like. Because every year
Right.
you guys
But
get
y'all warm the bench for everybody.
you guys listen, you guys get all rallied up, all
Y'all warm the
hyped
bench for
up,
everybody.
like y'all about to go. Y'all think y'all going somewhere during the preseason.
The Chicago
So,
bench warmers.
well, okay. So anyway, we're gonna go back and forth to the end of time about that. Okay, until
We just
either
gonna Super Bear shuffle this out.
anyway, so until the Cowboys
Challenge.
finally make it to a Super Bowl, we're gonna go back and forth. Okay, so anyways, so I Nikki's more like the person that's like she give everybody a chance up in this sector. Me, I'm the opposite. I'm like, man, fuck these niggas. Okay. Not all of y'all, just some of y'all. Like,
About
fuck these niggas.
85%.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck these niggas. I'm like, why are you even talking to that nigga? Like, what the fuck? So anyway, she get y'all a chance. She help y'all. She send y'all cash out. I'll be like, fuck, why? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? See, I came in. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know anything about cash apps and shit when I came up in here. When I first came to this, to the YouTube and to anybody's chat, I was cocky. I was like, hell, I pay for YouTube Family Premium. You already getting a cash out from me just for me watching you. That's how cocky I was. Now, after I got to know a few of you guys and the content, I like some of y'all shows and some of the people, I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, these are some decent people on here, some of them. But the rest of y'all, mm-mm. Not them dudes that be sitting on the panel sounding like bitches. And then I found out, I'm like, dang, these dudes are anti-husband. Then listen, identity, drop your receipt because I already showed you mine. Me identity is battling right now. But the thing about it is that no, I'm cool with people. I'm cool, but I just felt like I was cool with the women. Did T-Pre disappoint me? Yes, because when we came in this space, we supported her 100% and her podcast and shout out to the Void and all that shit. Now, did I support breaking hell to the fuck? No. First of all, maybe it's because I have some biasness between people that just not really, they don't really fuck with our generation like that, or we're the generation people forgot about because we're the generation X. And I think that millennials typically don't realize we exist. And, the baby boomers just like forgot we are here. And so it's kind of one of those things. However, I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with anybody that rides with AS like that. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because AS
Because
is,
AS is an ain't shit bitch.
oh yeah, and she's like a, very like she's that nothing. She just likes to cause chaos and confusion and fuck with people. You know what I'm saying? I have no love for anybody that would try to fuck over any black person's professional job, period.
And
Now,
nobody checks her on her lives because they're scared of her.
so what I'm saying is you got women like, if she was like really pro black or pro professional, she would hit these women behind the scenes and say, the way you're engaging online could affect your well being, blah, 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 blah. Now, instead, she sounds like a thin line between love and hate, talking about people are sexually harassing her and doing all kinds of goofy ass shit. And I'm like, bitch, log off. You know what? Why don't you change your username, come in as somebody else, and see if you have the same issue. If you do, that's you. It's not everybody else, right? And then she claims that she's doing all this for um Rev G, but she's only doing this because Rev G is kind of like her little boy. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God. And she throws him up under the bus every chance she gets. And poor little Tink Tink don't even realize it.
So she's not anti-black, but what I would like to say is all these niggas that entertaining her in their space were the ones that was going against her. And then now all of a sudden she could be all up in your motherfucking space. She could be all up in your place. She could be all up in your motherfucking chats.
And they happy as hell.
So, I'm pro-black. I'm actually militant. Now, when they say, is this a pro-black sector? I don't know about all that. But am I pro-black? Yeah, I'm very, like, not necessarily just pro-black. I'm for black, period. No matter what the situation is, right? Unless you're a murderer or you touch kids or any of those other shit. Like, nah, I'm not with all that. Alan said, why did AMS call him at 4 a.m. yesterday? Because the bitch is
Because
messing.
Rev G wouldn't answer the phone.
Oh, that's woo. No, I'm just kidding. No, but what I'm saying is that I have my own mind. I think the way I want to think. I fuck with whoever I want to fuck with. If I fuck with you before, and I'm like this, and I think I've told people this behind the scenes. If me and you cool behind the scenes, and we fall out, it'll stay that way. You know what I'm saying? I'll speak to you in the chat and say what up, and then keep it pushing. That's it. I'm not here to come and tear people down or talk shit about people. I actually like to roast and have a good ass time. You know what I mean? And that's just how I am. But when I see all this kind of goofy fuckery and, like, I don't need to see no motherfucking receipt of how much money a motherfucker gave you and didn't give you, or you supposedly gave. I don't give a fuck. Look, I wouldn't give a, and like I told Nikki this, I wouldn't give a fuck if Shaquem was sleeping outside under a bush near her house. Like, I gives two fucks. Because that's more than what I would have done for anybody, to be honest with you. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm a different person. I'm a different breed, right? I'm a giver, but I ain't. But you can't give to, what is that person saying on Curious Chat? You can't give to people that are broken, and a lot of these motherfuckers is broken because it takes a lot of motherfucking balls to get up on here and expose somebody and how ain't shit you are. Like, do you realize a motherfucker will never trust your ass again either? Like, I'm like, dang, if they'll do that to that person, shit, I would never get that motherfucker no cash out. I would never email that motherfucker. Shit, the motherfucker's recording now. Shit, I'll never fuck with that motherfucker. So you just alienated your whole goddamn self just for some fucking attention. That don't even
But
make no
Joe,
motherfucking sense.
what did I tell you when you let me know Verla was playing a recorded message? What did I say? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I
I don't
thought
give
that
a fuck. Who knows what? I don't
look,
give a fuck.
here's the thing. She shit. If anything, she got the motherfucking Mickey Mouse version.
Thank you.
She got the Mickey Mouse version. But the thing about it is that the people
And
want
she
to know.
committed a felony, you dumb bitch.
No,
I'm gonna
no.
fuck her ass up. I'm
Let's
gonna
address.
fuck Verla's ass up.
But let's address the elephant in the room. Why the fuck was you talking to Verla any fucking way? Because I
Because I talked
already.
to everybody, but she called me. So I have Verla blocked from my phone. So she called me from a number. And over my 20 years of teaching, I probably taught 1,000 Britneys. And the likelihood that one of my former students got married is high. But she called me. And I was just like, look, I don't want to fucking argue with you.
Man, listen. I would never fuck with. Let me tell you something. The first time I came in contact with Verla, I said Verla was a stalker. That bitch blocked me from the gate and hated the fact that I was calling her a stalker this whole time.
But
Just
that's
to
why she
turn
got
out to
mad at me,
be.
Joe, because of you. She says, you're Josephine's friend. And Josephine called me a stalker. And I'm like,
That
well,
bitch,
what does it have to do with me? I can't be friends with a friend who called me a stalker. I said, well, were you doing stalker stuff? I don't know, but she called me a stalker.
that bitch is a stalker. So like she.
Tell Josephine to take me out of her video. I said, okay, Verla, I'll tell her. She didn't take me out of her video. I can't be your friend.
Well, shit. Wait till she see the other one, cause she in that one too. So now she really in that one. But man, listen. All I want to know is that's all. That was the only question I had for Nikki. Why the fuck was you talking to Verla in the first place? Woo. No, that's just how I
Because
feel.
I'm not dismissive of people. Like you said, I'll give somebody an opportunity or a chance. And if I felt like I was giving her some encouragement because she had things and ideas that she wanted to do on her own and she didn't feel supported by anyone. So, again, that turned out bad and she'll never be able to call me again. Hopefully she can keep her rent paid. Hopefully she can go get a car back and hopefully she can start her own sector on a podcast. She just won't do it with me.
Well, my thing is this. Okay.
And I hope she does that before she gets served because that's jail time that comes with what she did. And I'm not fucking playing. Somebody got to be the goddamn example because the rest of y'all motherfuckers got me fucked up.
Nikki, when are you coming to the app to have the real combo? Slander. Let me just say this. When you came back, the sector was divided, right? And what had happened was when you came back, nobody was fucking with Slowy, which is Stargate, right? So when people started setting boundaries because they didn't want to go back, because Stargate, she's like a fucking broken ass record. Like she just goes on and on and she keeps repeating herself. And a lot of times she be lying. Cause I heard her tell a big whopper of a lie on Propane's channel. That lie was so goddamn good. I was eating my popcorn and then I started coughing and spitting and laughing because I couldn't all the motherfucking lies she was saying there. But what I would like to
Mm-hmm.
say is that people set boundaries because it ain't that people don't want to fuck with want to go back and forth with Stargate. It's just that come on now, it's like she ain't winning. You know what I'm saying? The girl talks and it talks over you. Like I literally have to get another mic so I could be like, Stargate, shut up. Just so you can, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, nigger, bitch.
And Slander, don't do stuff for show. You got my email address. If you were serious about me coming back to the app, you would have hit me up. So don't do that.
Man, fuck, and
Don't
so.
do that.
And so dudes will let her come on a panel just so she can argue. And then when a motherfucker don't want to argue with that bitch, then you ran. Come on now. I'm not finna let her scream in my motherfucking ear for a good 15, 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like Not when I can't punch her in her mouth to get her to shut the fuck up. Like
No, I'm on the phone.
some
No.
some people can't some people can't handle a motherfucker talking like that consistently. I'm one of those people. Like, I have a high voice. I might sound sleepy or whatever the fuck, but goddamn, Stargate got a voice where, like, if she was in front of me.
Listen, Joe, I gotta go. I got something else better to do than to listen to shit about Stargate. Fuck that bitch.
Okay, all right, bye. She gone. She gone. She left me. So, anyways, I'll be wanting to hit that bitch in the mouth. I mean, like, if it was like real, this is just the internet. But in real life, if I had to like listen to her talk like just on a consistent basis, or she called me a black nigger bitch, she would only get out before she would hit the ground. There's just some women, especially like the soft spoken women, because I'm soft spoken, my voice sounds the way it does. I probably more likely would catch a charge, maybe catch probation for the first time ever in life. So yeah, I can't sit up there and listen to that, people like that. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, I have to be real with myself. QT. Nah, but no, real talk. Um, I'm not Nikki's lapdog. Actually, there's shit that you know, it's just that it's not my place. I'm gonna hold her accountable on the internet and say, hey, y'all, I didn't told her this and I didn't said this. Let me write an open letter to her. No, I ain't doing all that shit. So it's just who I am. And you guys, there's, like I said, there's two sides of the sector. There's the different types of women, and then there's the women that like all this shit. They ain't got shit else better to do because they not out here really getting any money. They can't cook, they don't clean, they don't bathe as much as they should. And that's stuff that women can see in other women. And instead of putting her out there, we just like, man, I'm fucking with that bitch. So, but let me go back to talking to you in my regular voice. Let me code switch. So, how you guys feel today? No, I'm just kidding. Nah, but it ain't even about that. It ain't about looks. It ain't about colorism, all that other bullshit. Nobody light skin versus dark skin. It ain't about all that shit for us. We all at the end of the day, we all are black women. Period. Right? That's it. I mean, now some of us are stronger black women than others, but trust and believe. I think that if Stargate, Stargate and Breakin' were little girls and they had to pick the good doll versus the bad doll, they would have picked the white doll. They definitely would have. Now, I didn't grow up in that culture. I grew up in Illinois. So all the dolls look like me. So, like a black doll. So I've always had black dolls. I hadn't, I never saw that as pure or anything. But if they were kids and they took that they did that study, they definitely would have picked that doll. And yes, LV. Yes. So things like that. Do I believe that Breaking had the black experience? Hell no. Because she uses terms like the negative stereotypes of black women, with how black women talk and roll their head, and um that's cap. That's cap. Like she's into like 3, 4, 5 different generations, and when she communicates. So yeah, you can kind of tell that she hasn't had the black experience. So So yeah, that makes a difference, you know. But like I said, some of the women in the sector, some of the men in the sector are anti-married women, anti-women, black strong women, black, you know, women that, you know, can run a household, women that can care for black male children and actually help them thrive. So I am pro black woman, pro black man, period. Am I a feminist? No. I am more like I am both. Black men and black women, they're not the same. That's just where I stand on that. A lot of people don't stand on that, but that's just me. So if anybody want to come up, they can. They can ask me anything, any questions. I will answer it. If there was a contradiction, please let me know. I would definitely clear that up. So, yeah, I just, you know, all this colorism talk and all this other stuff that's been in the that's just something that we go to justify why darker skinned women are mistreated. Now, am I a dark skinned woman? No. Um, Let me see. Just to play. Change avatar real fast. No, I'm not a dark skinned woman. Am I a young looking woman? Yes. But am I a dark skinned woman? No. Let me change my avatar back. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So why, you know, some people ask why I don't show my face. Because my husband said no, and that's it. And I just have to go by what he said. There are stipulations when you get married that there's certain things you can and cannot do online. That's one of those things. Have people seen me on here? Yes. Um, is it important for the sector to? No. Uh, what else? So just so people know that no, I'm not being manipulated by anybody in the sector. Am I caping for people? Alan already put me on the scales. LV. I'm black and I got kinky hair. Alan already put me on the scales. So yeah. I don't know. I just show your face. Make a change. Show your face. No, because you guys are not gonna be sitting around for the next month and a half talking about how I look like I'm not 47. And you know, we got pedos around here, so you know that makes me uncomfortable too. But yeah. So show your face, make a change. Now, if you were following me on IG, you might have seen me. So if you could find me on IG, you might get that opportunity. But other than that, nope. I'm brown skinned. I'm not light skinned, and I'm not dark skinned. However, just a little small tidbit. Now I have, you know, I was raised by both of my parents, right? So I have two siblings, and one of them is light skinned, and the other one was dark skinned, and I was in the middle, and we all have the same parents. So I grew up with a light skinned brother and a dark skinned brother, and we're all close in age. And the weird thing is that I never noticed it until I became older and saw that one was treated differently than the other one. That's a tidbit. So, show your face, make a change. Wait, let me say it right. Show your face, make a change. So, anyways, it was nice chopping up with you guys today. Um, I guess in the beginning I was rambling on because I just wanted to know what it feels like to ramble. You know how to get up on the how you just get on the panel and freestyle and just get up here and just ramble and go off on an emotional tangent, but you don't really have uh any emotion. Does anybody else have a question for me, or is there people just scared to drop down in the chat? Are you scared? Are you just listening or halfway listening, or did my voice put you to sleep? So the ones that don't work, they should be asleep right now. Oh, maybe I have some of them blocked, the trolls blocked, so I can't see them. They might be in here. I doubt it. See, I don't care if like four people are watching or one person is looking or one person. Sure, I might not even keep this up, but no, I probably will. So, anyways. So LV, you didn't get put on the scales. What you like? Did you get like 300 points? Cause I got the black nose, I got 4C hair, and what else do I have that makes me? So I already won by just the hair coil alone. So anyway, I guess I ran Mikey off. That's unfortunate, Mikey. So hopefully I don't get an open letter or anything like that today. Because I typically are not good at going back and forth with people. I really just kind of like, it's hard, it's hard for me to take this really seriously because I haven't met these people. Oh, you passed LV? Oh man. It's like LV, I know I passed. No, I think that people misinterpret what Alan Scales is about. Alan Scales is talking about how people that have more black characteristics are typically more likely to be discriminated against or um to have for people to go against them more than the people that have those features. Not, and I told him this, and I'll say it to you guys, is that you can always tell because look at Hollywood. The first thing they get rid of is that nose. And that nose is that nose on the scale is what makes you undeniably a black person. So when you realize that that's they don't mind having a tan, they don't mind having they like curly hair, we wearing wigs and wigs and all this other stuff, and they get rid of that nose. I'm telling you, they always chop that nose off or slim that nose down. That lets you know what society accepts. And so I think he supports those who have those features. He's pro black. He's pro us. So that's what that means to me. You said experiencing discrimination is not the sum total of what makes a person black. The tool he's pushing is ridiculous. No, P never addressed me, LV. What I'm gonna say is that like it depends on like where you live, right? And it depends on like I think for example, it depends like even names are discriminated against, right? So the more ethnic your name is, and if they can't pronounce it, they might throw your resume in the garbage, or they will overlook you. So visually, sometimes you can be discriminated against just by how you look visually. That's why they tell black males to smile more, and the darker you are, they like, oh wow, you got a beautiful smile. When you have to tell your chocolate son to smile more so you don't look aggressive to because he has those characteristics, then that's telling. So no, I don't think P ever wanted to talk to me, LV. He thought that he was set up, but he wasn't. I saw P on the panel, and I just went up there because I saw him up there, and I wanted to know why. In one instance, he tries to champion black women, but then he's sitting on a panel calling a woman that he does not know a bitch and a hoe that's married. And I just kind of want, and that he never had any issues with, and he still kind of like, I guess I caught him off guard because I really wanted to know. I wanted to know, like, how do you turn that on and off? Because you can't really turn it on and off unless you are that way as a man. And then my thing was, why would any man think that it's a woman's responsibility to take care of them no matter what? Because I'm a female that have nothing but mostly men in my family. So when you got mostly men in your family and you never hear them talk that way, then you wonder why. I've never heard my brother switch off and call women bitches and hoes and all that. So, I mean, I've never heard my dad do it. I mean, I know there's men that do. Don't get me wrong. There are men that talk crazy. But my experience only is that, just growing up, I never heard men talk to women like that. Now, like in my family. So I just wanted to know, like, how could he code switch? Like, all of a sudden, you have all this heat for somebody you just don't know because of what somebody else said. Sorry about that. My son's begging me for money. I don't know who that is, Alan. Well, I guess I'll dip off of here. My time is up. He's a non-black presenting racial, just like breaking. YM said, I don't have to put anything together for you. I would like to have a conversation with YM about what discrimination, and if discrimination can be done based on physical attributes. And do people who have more black physical attributes more discriminated against than those who don't have those physical attributes? So discussion about discrimination is not interesting to you. Well, discrimination isn't an interest of mine. It's more so like when you're in a position that I'm in work wise, discrimination is very, very important. It's like we have discussions and meetings about it. So it's something that they make sure that we in every walk of life. So and two, when you're raising like a boy, um, you have to, let them know what's kind of out there for them. So, when you raise kids, so I mean, it's just something that can't gloss over. So it's not I think it's a discussion I've had at home. So, but if it's not interesting to you, it's okay. I just wanted to know what your thoughts were. And all right, people. Hey. Oh, okay. Mm-mm-mm. So so it is true that me and Max fell out. Uh um oh, you got that information from T Pre, huh? Well, nah. Well, how do I say it? I moved on, and then pretty much, um, I think we're cool. How about that? I just want to, how sometimes, people like to go in different spaces, different places, and do different things, and and then I went to those different spaces and different places, and the one thing that I can tell you that he was right about is that the people in the sector really are not all of them are good people, and they really are out to hurt and harm people. So I think that if we fell out about that, that could have been it. And I think he was right about that. So he was right that a lot of these people here are not for you. So, and the thing about it is that when you tell people something, sometimes you tell people things just out of out of frustration, or you'll tell somebody because you're like, hey, you know, but rumors are just rumors, right? But is it important to people's lifestyle to know that people can actually have disagreements, right? In real life, just like they have disagreements online, and it's okay. Identity said that I haven't seen a Max live since he instructed me to choose a side. I don't hate Max. It was just out of line to judge me for other moves. And I keep cool with him through the smoke mess. Identity said it better than I could ever say it. Sometimes people don't like to choose sides. I don't like to choose sides, which is why I stay quiet, because I don't want to choose a side. Because at the end of the day, if I talk to you behind the scenes, which everybody talks to each other behind the scenes, and if they say they don't, that's BS. Now, if you're cool with the person behind the scenes, Like, if you're cool with the person behind the scenes, right? And then that person takes beef with you, and then you decide to end that relationship, I don't see why it's anybody on the internet's business. You just chose to end that relationship. Now, at some point, if that relationship is rekindled, it's still nobody else's business. But in this sector, it's everybody's business. So it's not always, everything is not always what you see. Even the receipts are all one-sided. I saw the most one-sided receipts I've ever seen in my life. I didn't see the person showing all that they received. I only saw what they thought they were giving. So, but who cares? All it does is make you judge a person about, oh, see, I knew this person. It's like what G. Gates was doing. He was judging people without even knowing who they are because he was justifying certain people's behavior over others. I don't agree what he said about T-Pre. Just like I don't agree what he said about Nikki. I don't agree what he says about certain people, period. Because he wasn't there and he doesn't know anything. He just seeing it just like everybody else is seeing and probably seeing clips. Because you can't tell me other than Chad T, you can't tell me who actually sits here and watches these full lives. People see it in different spurts. They might be multitasking. So I give people the benefit of the doubt. But LV, let me ask you a question. Can you help me get my money back? uh from the two people in the set. Look, listen, LV, I'm willing to get on your panel and have G Gates come up there and we can talk about why he can't keep his word and give me the money he owes me. Of course not identity. Because like I said, people want a storyline or something to run with on the internet all the time. Oh yeah, and LV, Kip owes me too. Kip owes me 200 and Gates owes me $125 because they said if anybody had this video that they would pay them a certain amount of money, and since I had it, they owe me this money. So anytime you guys see these two individuals in the sector, please say to them, where's Joe's money? Well, yeah, the lie is better than the truth. You can spin it any kind of way you want to. Some people identity justify why they're in the situation they're in and they blame other people for it. I've never heard of anybody being exposed and then having animosity about something that happened months earlier and then getting mad about it. It's like it doesn't make any sense. But that's that generation. So I chalk it up to that generation. Like, I have a 27-year-old son who probably kind of does the same similar things as Shakim does. And the thing about it is that you have to, kind of like, when I look at Shakim, I see him as a son. I don't see him no more than that. And I see, and if my son behaved the way he would behave, I definitely would not, I would just stop talking to him, because I'd be like, are you in your house? Okay, good. You on your good. So I just never heard of anybody doing behaving the way that they behave. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't like none of that. I'm not caping for him or caping for the situation, because I do not care. Like, what I'm saying? Like, adults make decisions all the time. It doesn't matter how old they are. They are adults. So if an adult makes a poor decision, or adult makes a decision that they don't like, normally they take it, they take it for what it is, and they learn from it. Some of these adults on the internet make a decision they don't like, and then they have to go out here and windmill and discuss it with the whole world, and be victims. And I'm just saying, how many years are you going to be a victim of something? So all right, well, let me let you guys go. Have a great rest of your day. um for those who will watch the replay, in the beginning there's a lot of ranting, just some BS. In the middle is when Nikki came on the panel. You might want to fast forward through the Mikey stuff, and there's some truth and some realness towards the middle, towards the end, and you don't have to watch this part. Bye, bye, you guys. See ya. Oh, and thank you guys for coming. Identity YM. Nikki, of course, thank you for coming on the panel. Beautiful, I saw you earlier. Thank you, QT, for coming. Thank you, Alan, for showing up and coming and listening to me. Who else? Oh, LV, thank you for your questions. But just ask, please ask them where my money at. And who else came? Slander, thank you for coming. And DJ Drama, thank you for coming. And Kunandra, thank you for coming. Thank you, Samba, for coming. And if that, Spinal, thank you. Muslim, thank you. And anybody else that came, thank you for showing up. My next live will be a funny one. I promise you. Okay, I promise. It won't be serious. It won't be about anything. And I'm not just so you guys know, I am not responding. I don't respond. I said what I said. Bye.